Los Angeles International Airport outside the terminal area, a woman is observing the daily routine of everyone around her. And that person is watching is revealed to be Jessica, Tina's twin sister. Meanwhile, at the Grand Promenade, Mary, Emily, and Wilma are sitting at a table enjoying their brekkie. Man, that was a wild, unexpected event that happened last night. Yeah, I'm still trying to grasp my head all around it. I mean, the thought of someone using me engagement party just to stir, well, it seemed to work. Mimi and Frank are determined to wipe us all out by all means. It's just unfortunate that Tina had to die while saving Aaron's life. Yeah, only thing is, Aaron might have been one of those last-ditch attacks that's been going about for months. Also, Tina and Mimi was there, which means the both of them might have been in on what happened. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Annie's room, Aaron came in and saw Annie laying in bed holding one of the twins, while the other one is in the stroller sleeping. And as Annie saw her husband, say hello to your new daughters. And as Aaron came to her, his wife is, who happened to hold one of their daughters. Oh my God, why didn't you call me? You were at your brother's engagement party, and I didn't want to don't be daft. Anyways, they're precious. Why don't you hold one of them, meaning the other one? And as Aaron turned and head to the stroller where the other newborn is, and as he picked it up and began holding it, while he head back to where Annie and their other daughter is. Meanwhile, on the roof, Scott is waiting. So Helen came out and went to where he is. And a while, just as he turned and saw her, I trust you know why I need you. You really think that I didn't ask for your opinion? I know you're working undercover for our competition, but let's move to why we're here, yeah? My marriage is on the line here, because what do you want me to do? Meanwhile, in Gwen's office, Gwen is pacing back and forth across the room. Till Eric came in, and Gwen saw and stopped just as he came to where she is. What is it? It's Scott and Annie. What about them? I think they're hiding something. Now, before you kick off the rails here, I saw them close for months. That doesn't exactly mean anything. Oh no? Look, I think I know what's going on. Meanwhile, in the waiting area, Maria's sitting on the couch waiting. So Nate came to where she is and went and sat next to her, who she saw. Any updates on our son? No. I just gotta stay calm. Same goes to you. And as she looked at him and he saw. It's funny on how those can afford to Nate, please. We got to be positive that Oscar will come through this in the end. Okay, I'll hold on to that. Meanwhile, at Angela and Vince's house, Angela got the door, and it's Carly and Will. How you feeling? We're doing good. And as Carly and Will both came in, with Angela closing her door, and as she turned and led them to the living room. Just as Elena came from downstairs to where they are, and Angela, Carly, and Will saw her. Thanks for coming. We want to do what we can to make Helen pay for what she's done to Carly here. Okay, with no further ado, let's do this. Meanwhile, outside the Oceanside Ridge Manor, Jessica got a taxi, while the driver also got out and went and opened the trunk and took out a suitcase, and as he closed it, just as Jessica came to the driver, and as he put the suitcase down before her, just in time for Jessica to give him $200. Nice. And as he got the money, see you later, madam. Not if I see you first. And as the driver went back and got back in the taxi and closed the door and drove away. Just as Jessica got her roller suitcase and bag, and as she went towards the front entrance of the house, and arrived, began knocking on the door. And as she touched the doorknob, which opens, and as she went in with her stuff and closed the door, and as she head past the front area towards the living room. Meanwhile, at the Grand Promenade, Mary, Emily, and Wilma are talking. What? You know Nate's at the hospital. He's there for Oscar. I told him I needed some fresh air and to strengthen my focus so I can in turn support him. Meanwhile, his wife's there, who happens to be Oscar's mom. Alright, what's going on with you two lot? You know the history of that man. Look, all you two need to know is I love him so much, and you forget that he's the father of my son Jonah. We're just trying to tell you to be careful. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Annie's room, Annie and Aaron are talking while they're holding their twins. I know we've been through the ringer lately, but look, it's totally paid off. Yeah, it did. Look, I know it wasn't easy saying goodbye to your parents. You don't have to pretend. It's quite clear nobody gave a damn about my parents after the horrible things they've done, including you. Not to mention to put my best mate in a coma last year, courtesy of the Egyptian shuttle killer. You still believe that? Yeah, I do. And I know for a fact Tina's involved, but she in turn saved your life in the end, so I guess she gets a pass, right? Meanwhile, on the roof, Helen and Scott are talking. Have you completely lost the plot? No, I think it's a good idea when you think about it. Alright, what do I get out of this? Not getting sent down is one good reason. Your little blackmail threats against your aunt isn't gonna work. Oh, it will. Or if you insist, feel free and take your chances, because you don't know what I got up my sleeve. Fine, I'll do it. Just keep in touch, yeah? And as Helen turned and head back in the building and went inside. Meanwhile, in Gwen's office, Gwen and Eric are talking. By all means, what's going on? You're looking for destruction. From what? Worrying about who might be the killer's next target? I have been on edge ever since Kristen, Brody, and you were in that shooting. Not to mention we nearly died last year in a fire. All the more reason to stop all this worrying about. I am not gonna let anything happen to you. You can't always be here. Anyways, I care about my sister, and I'm afraid Scott is going to hurt her. And I know he's your cousin and all. Tell me your theory of what he's done. First of all, it's not a theory when it's true. Meanwhile, in a waiting area, Maria and Nate are talking. I know we don't have premium coverage like Karen and Bradley's family, or maybe Hannah or Ryan's for the matter. Point is, the doctors are doing everything they can. I'm just tired of my family being accused of something whenever their little lives have a little storm. Believe me, it's not easy being an outsider amongst them. You see, I knew you'd get it. And as Taya approached to where they are, and Maria and Nate saw, and as they got up just as she arrived. Please tell me you have some good news. Well, so happens I do. It seems Oscar has made an impressive breakthrough. That's good, right? Yes, it is for the matter. But let's not get too excited yet. But you said, I know what I said. Overall, Oscar's condition is improving a lot. Meanwhile, at Angela and Vince's house in the living room, Elena, Angela, Carly, and Will are talking. Okay, when did Helen start working at the club? Was it on the night Carly was poisoned or prior to that? All I know is she came with Eric last month wanting a job, which is strange considering that she's clearly loaded. No offense to your sister, it's fine. Our family has a trust fund, which everybody seems to know. You think she knew that Angela was gonna die in there? I really didn't know her whole story till you lot told me. Clearly, the girl needs help. Help! She tried to kill me! Oh wait, kill Angela, but I got in the crossfires. Helen has been suspended pending investigation, but here's the dicey part. She never really started working till the night you lot came in, which I found strange. Which basically confirms what we're all thinking. Meanwhile, at the Oceanside Ridge Manor in the living room, Jessica is looking at photos of Joanna and Chris on display. Soon, she turned and got her roller suitcase and head out. Just as Chris came in and saw her who she saw. You okay? I don't believe this. Tina, you know, I'm her twin, Jessica. Anyways, I heard what happened, and I thought I'd come by to see how you're doing. How did you get in here? The door was unlocked. Point of the matter is, I am so. And as Chris began hugging Tina, and as she in turn hold him in her arms. Soon they pull away and face each other. Look, I'm gonna be here to get you through this. Thanks. You know, for some odd reason, I can still feel her presence. Almost if that's because she is here around and in our hearts, also in our minds. I just didn't realize how much she meant to me. Despite what happened, I still loved her a lot. Of course you do. You two share a son together. It was more than that. Deep down, Tina and I had an intense connection. Meanwhile, at the Grand Promenade, Mary, Emily, and Wilma are talking. I appreciate the fact that you lot are worried about me, but I'm fine, which is why I'm choosing to trust my own husband here. Okay. We won't push. Thank you. Speaking of which, I have to get back to the hospital. Not because we get it. Go be by his side for his son, yeah? I'll keep you both posted. And as Mary got up, and as she got her purse and took out two $100 bills and laid on the table, which Wilma and Emily saw. Becky's on me. And as Mary got her iPhone and went and walk away, while Emily and Wilma are still talking. Well, you heard her. Thing is, I'm still not convinced that Nate might be tempted due to what outcome Oscar's condition would be, but I guess we're gonna have to see in the end. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Annie's room, Annie and Aaron are talking while they're holding their twins. I'm sorry. That kinda came out wrong. I know she used to be your mom and all. I just keep wondering to why she and your mom tried to kill me in the first place. My parents are known for an eye for an eye. After all, with them getting sent down, they have nothing to lose. What about you? And as Aaron went and placed his twin daughter in one of its beds and came back to where Annie is. What about me? You think that I don't go putting words in my mouth. My parents never told me of the others of their plans, since we went rogue against them for not fulfilling that damn legacy. Okay, I need to ask you this. Is there anything you've been withholding from me? Any secret for the matter that I should know? Now would be the time to reveal all. Well, let me assure you this. I am not keeping any secrets from you. That is what we agree upon, yeah? Meanwhile, in Gwen's office, Gwen and Eric are talking. Okay, let's just say hypothetically, if you're just gonna insult my intelligence all, then just do one, will you? Hey, I am on your side. Are you really? Because you're supposed to be the man I depend on, and I am. Tell me, why would my cousin and your sister be sneaking about? That's what I intend to find out. Alright then, I'll help you then. Look, I am not gonna stress out due to the fact that I'm about to give birth any second. I didn't say that. You were clearly thinking about it. Point is, the baby and I are doing fine. Now let's go. And as Helen came in, and Gwen and Eric saw, sorry to interrupt whatever this is, but I'm afraid you two lot aren't going anywhere. Meanwhile, in conference room, Scott's sitting at the table thinking. And as he has a flashback of Annie and him talking. Can't you see this is where I needed to be? And deep down, I think you know that. And so what if I do? The fact of the matter is, the fact is nothing. I am not going anywhere. And as the flashback ends, I just gotta make certain nobody interferes. And I mean nobody. I'm prepared to do whatever I can to keep my family together. Meanwhile, in the waiting area, Taya, Maria, and Nate are talking. Thank you for looking after our son. Well, that is my job as chief of staff. Can we see him? Yes, but don't be long. For yes, we know the whole deal. We'll be quick about it. Alright, his room is down the hall. Please excuse me. And as Taya whipped past him, and as she walked away, with Nate turning to Maria, who did the same. Is this the part where you're gonna say you were right? Wrong. You were here for me. I just kept you from kicking off. Yeah, seems you did. Which only proves once again the bond we will always have together. Oscar is gonna be alright. Of course he is. We Cullen men don't die so easily when push comes to shove. And as they look at each other, and slowly lean in and begin kissing each other, just as Seth is walking down the hall, approaching to where they are, and saw Maria and Nate kissing each other. Meanwhile, at Angela and Vince's house in the living room, Elena, Angela, Carly, and Will are talking. Okay, how are we gonna find some evidence to match the club does have CCTV footage of that night? Okay, why don't Elena and I go get it and meet you lot at the station? And as Elena and Will both got up, followed by Carly. No, I'm going with you. I was a victim in this. I deserve to see that sniveling cow go down. Alright, I'll meet you lot at the station. I have to wait for my husband to come so I can fill him in. But don't worry, Carly. Oh, I'm not. Your sister's days of freedom, and I mean Helen, are about to be over. And as Angela got up, just as Elena, Carly, and Will all went, and left Angela and Vince's house. And as they head to the street where Will's car is, in a wide, and as they all got in and closed the door, with Will sitting in the driver's seat and Elena in the passenger seat while Carly is in the back. And as Will looked at Elena, who saw, you are very close to getting your life back to normal. And as Elena thinking, Yeah, I just wish Warren was here. Meanwhile, back inside Angela and Vince's house in the living room, Angela is thinking, I have a strange hunch that there's more to my sister Helen than clearly meets the eye.